Hi and welcome to this episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Jo Ritty and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people and the Bunurong people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the lands and airwaves where this conversation takes place. Land which was never ceded. Land where communities came together to eat seasonally, locally and without exhausting resources. I pay my respects to their elders past and present and to any First Nations people listening today. Today I'm talking to Tommaso Bartoli at Park Street Pasta and Wine. Tommaso is a passionate chef who learned to cook in Florence but felt a love for food and cooking much earlier on when he watched his mother and other family members cook. He talked about coming in from soccer training, smelling his mother's cooking and running up the stairs. After working for a few years in restaurants in Florence, Tommaso was ready to try something else, and 12 years ago he came to Australia. He worked for 9.5 years at Doc and now is co-owner and chef at Park Street Pasta and Wine. I was really looking forward to going to Park Street because it felt as though every time I opened Instagram I was seeing another post about how great it is there. It's really great. After chatting to Tommaso, I was invited for dinner and I loved it. The dining room is cosy and intimate, the service is lovely, and the food is next level. Tommaso told me about how much he loves making pasta, and the two pastas I tried were incredible. The ravioli filled with smoked ricotta and a semi-dried roasted tomato sauce was delicious, but I'm already thinking about when I can go back for the bucatini, which was twirled in the plate in a saffron and lemon cream and dotted with crispy, salty pancetta. Heaven!
So.
Nice, great. I was just saying I've been reading about Park Street's been everywhere lately. It feels like...
And we had a few media coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Coming over, yeah.
I know, I was really excited to come because everything's been so glowing, so that's
Yeah, I hope
good.
so.
Yeah.
I hope so people love it.
Yeah. And so we just in Kilda Dock last week,
okay.
and I see that you were head chef there, well, in Carlton.
I was there, yeah.
Yeah.
They opened the St Kilda like a few months ago.
That's right,
Yeah, I've been working for them for 10 years actually.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Almost 9 years and a half.
Oh.
So, yeah, because when I came here, I came with a working holiday visa.
Yeah.
It was like 12 years ago. So I did, I was in Sydney, then I moved to Cairns, then came to Melbourne.
Yeah.
And I was working in a restaurant at the Crown that now is not there anymore. It was called Giuseppe Arnaldo and Sons. There is Gradi now.
Okay.
I was working there, but I was looking for a sponsorship because I wanted to stay in the country, and they couldn't give it to me. So I had friends that now are my business partner here, working at Doc, and they say, if you come here, there is opportunity for the sponsorship. And then I went there, and I started like working as a normal chef, and then I became the head chef, and then...
And what's the difference? Because I know that when you work your way up, already being a head chef is different to working for something, and you're thinking you've got a lot more responsibility. You've got to think about your team and your costs and all that. But now you're a co-owner.
Yeah, I'm
so that's a different thing again.
Yeah, even
so
more.
what would be the difference then from being a head chef and then being a chef owner?
It's a big difference. Like chef, you need to manage the kitchen, and then you're happy. You know what I mean? Once you've done your job, you're happy. Owner, you need to look at everything in the restaurant, which is a part of my career that I never done it before. I always look at the kitchen and the stuff, and that's it. Now we have to look at numbers. So I did a couple of upgrade courses, to be on top of it.
Yeah.
But it's rewarding. Like it's good. It's good working for yourself is another thing. Like when you become a head chef, it's already good because you have everything in your hands, so everything depends on you, and it's cool. Like it's a great sensation. When you become an owner, it's double it. You know what I mean? Like people will come in your restaurant, not also because of your food, but because also it's your restaurant. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like so people love your restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's double satisfaction. I mean, but also double work. So
Absolutely. And you must be thinking about it 24/7. Are you?
It is.
Yeah.
It is, but like being a chef, even when I wasn't a head chef, like if you're really into the job, you never leave the job at work. You know what I mean? Like you always keep it with you, even if don't have as much responsibility, because you're always thinking about the day after. So being a chef is like, you're a chef all day, every day. Of course, like when you become like a big part of the group, it's more responsibility and everything. But you know, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
I'm used to it. If you love your job, and as a chef, is the way you have to do it.
That's right. Well, someone just asked me because I speak to lots of chefs, and they said, what did I think was the difference between a good chef and a great chef? And I think there's lots of things. I think it is obviously that passion.
Passion is everything.
Yeah.
Passion is a must.
Yeah.
If you don't have passion, forget about it, doing your job.
That's right.
Tough hours, long hours, big shift, lots of stress.
Yeah.
If you don't have passion, leave it.
Yeah.
Leave it because you ended up bad.
Yeah.
It's all about passion, this job. It's all about.
And I guess a curiosity, you've got to still think there's more to find out. Like you know, like to be a great chef, I imagine you're always still exploring and interested and excited by food.
There is always to learn. Like you never think about like, okay, I'm arrived. I'm at the point that you know I know everything. You're never there. You know, you're never gonna be there. Yeah. So and I think that's what I love about my job. You know what I mean? Like. Because every day you can do something different, something new, something, you know, you can learn from others, you can, you know, open a book and find something, you know, that you didn't know before. So it's always improving yourself, improving your way to work, change the way you work. It's cool. It's what I love about my job.
Yeah. And did you always know you wanted to be a chef? So you trained in Florence? But,
but no, it all happened like, when I was young, I dedicated my youth to be a soccer player. My dad, in Italy, we go crazy about like soccer. You call it soccer here, football, whatever. Yeah. And my dad was crazy. It's like he started training me when I was really young. So I dedicated my youth to do that. And then unfortunately, I broke my leg in an incident and I couldn't play anymore. My life was destroyed at the time. And I was doing like this art school for art because I was good at design. I love it. And you know, I come from Florence, so I don't know if you know Florence. It's a big city, like full of
I was there 30 years ago.
Okay.
Yes.
It's full of art and everything, so I've always been in love with it. And as you can tell about my English, I'm not good at study, so I had a few friends like doing this chef school, which was pretty easy, and I say, okay, well, let's give it a try. You know what I mean? And I went there and I went to this school. It wasn't like a proper school, it was like more private. So it was like just 3 years, but more on the practice instead of the study. For example, the first year we had like 1 month of stage in a restaurant. They send you in restaurants and you were there like doing a stage in a restaurant. The second year was 3 months. The third year was 6 months. So it wasn't a proper school. It was more like really getting to the job. And I started school like, you know, just to see what happened. And then after the first month of stage, I went in love with it. Like, they put me like washing potatoes, so like the worst job in the kitchen. But I love the way that I see the people work. I love the way the kitchen was working. And so I started getting in love with it. So I finished the first year and I think I might do this, you know. And the first summer, when the first year of school was ended, I started working for this restaurant that I did the stage. They want me to do the summer season there. And then slowly, you know, became the passion and I couldn't wait to be one of it.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
And how long did you work in Italy?
I started when I was 16 and I was there until 22 before coming to Australia.
And why Australia?
I don't know, because I wanted to move from Italy. I don't know, the situation in Italy is like bad, really bad. And chefs are super underrated, the salary is like super bad. I started working for €4.50, doing like 70 hours per week. And Monday off, working double every day, finish at 1 o'clock in the morning, starting at 8 o'clock in the day after, which I didn't care. But at the end of the month, when the salary comes, you know what I mean? In the end, we work for money, you know, and really the salary wasn't good for me. I started hating the job, like slowly, it was becoming like, a burden for me, because, you know what I mean, I was like planning things like maybe open a restaurant one day, maybe, I don't know, want to do my own things, and I couldn't never afford living in Italy. So yeah, I thought about it. I said, okay, I take 3 months, like I'm going somewhere, and I went to Ibiza is an island near to Spain. I went there, did the season there, but it was too much job, like distraction, like parties and stuff, and I said, no, it's not good for me. And I met a friend that he was in Australia before, and he was saying like marvelous things about Australia. You go there, big salary, good people, everything is safe. And say, let's give it a try.
Yeah.
So I came like this, like I say, booked a flight. I'm gonna stay 6 months. Let's see what happens. And as soon as I came over here, I started loving the place, started loving the country, and I remember that my first like salary that they gave me. I was working in Sydney at the moment. After a week, the boss came to the kitchen with a paper and gave it to me with a check, and it was like $900, $950. And I said, you must be wrong. I did work just 1 week here. I said, yeah, this is your salary. I was like, it's all for me. Like I was the happiest people in the world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because in the end, like it was pay off what I was doing. You know what I mean? And I was super happy. And I think that's the way you need to reward a chef, because really it's a hard job, stressful. It's a really hard job. And Italy, really, they complain because they don't have more young people that they want to do chefs. No one was working hospitality. Ask yourself why. You know what? I go back every summer. I'm going this June again, and every time I'm there, every restaurant that I go, they ask me to stay there. They propose me money and stuff. I say I would never come back.
Wow.
In Italy, if you want to be a chef, you have no life. You have no life. It's good for learning, because really Italian kitchen is another thing. I mean, like if you have to learn this job, I don't think Australia is the best place to be.
Oh, interesting.
If you really want to learn like the basics, okay? How a chef works. Here is too easy. You know what I mean? Like, which is good. Is good, but be a chef is not easy at all.
And do you mean in terms of discipline or technique, or
discipline, technique, especially discipline?
Yeah.
Here, like chefs, like in Italy, we have these things like between waitress and chef, and like there is like this wall. You know what I mean? Like the only waiter that can talk to the kitchen is the manager. You know what I mean? No one can talk in the kitchen. Like the chefs, they look like important, which is not good. I mean, I mean,
having worked at front of house, I started off in a kitchen that was like that, and it's a shame, because I think, it's a shame. I think it's nice to have that, and I feel like the diner feels that as well.
Yeah,
it's
sure.
Nice to have it. Yeah,
it's beautiful, but like sometimes you know what I mean. I don't know how to explain. Like, I don't want to be, I want to be polite, but in the end. You said what we give it to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there needs to be a little bit of respect, a little bit of a line crossover. That's it. Here in Australia is more like, and it's good. Everyone is the restaurant is a family. In Italy it's not like this. But apart from that, is even the kitchen rules. Like in Italy, we have really the chef that talks. That's it. In the kitchen, no one can talk. It's the chef talking. That's it. Here, everybody like asking for money from day one, asking for this, asking for that. I started working in the kitchen. I didn't ask a thing even after 6 years. You know what I mean? I would stay there in my position. When they upgrade me, I was super happy. I would say thanks. I would never ask a thing. I would never ask a day off. I would never ask do anything. You know what I mean? It's a bit different. And even like the hours that you work, the way you work, the precision of everything, like cleaning the vegetables, the fish, knowing everything about, the little things. I think here they miss these things. Like, I mean, I've been experienced like in a few kitchens here, so I saw a little bit, and unfortunately, this is a country with like there are people coming from everywhere. So you know what I mean. You can't rely on people from Australia and you know everyone comes from a different country, and sometimes you know everyone is different, and I don't know, it's different. Like in Italy, when you got a job, you want to keep the job. You never ask for anything, day off. Here it's too easy, you know. You give me day off, no, okay, I resign. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like this. Here, the chef needs to protect the kitchen because sometimes it has to be like, you know, give everything to the people because you need to make them happy because you don't want to be, you know.
Yeah.
And in Italy it's different. And once you get a job and you really want to work in that place, you give everything for that place.
Yeah.
You don't ask a thing, you don't say anything, you just want to let, you know what I mean? And here it's not like this. Because I got people that come work for me, even when I was a dog, like they couldn't do anything. They didn't know the job. I was teaching them. And if after a week you ask me for a day off, I mean, which is right, but it's not. You know what I mean? Here you're learning. Once you can say something, you'll ask. I mean, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. No, I hear what you're saying.
There is more discipline in Italy. You know what I mean? Sometimes too much, as we were saying before. Sometimes too much. I love here. Like here, it's a family for us, and it's good. But it has to be like some point some line that you don't have to cross. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's really interesting, but I wonder whether it's a generational thing as well, you know?
Yeah, different generation as well, yeah.
And...
Yeah, different generation, yeah.
I'm a teacher as well as a writer, so I work with teenage students, and I think...
Can you imagine?
Yeah, attitudes have really... Things have shifted in what... I guess expectations of what they... And I think... You know, I'm from New Zealand originally, but I feel like Australia, you know, it's always been known as the lucky country, and there is a sense of comfort here, and maybe
there is.
I don't know. Yeah, it's really interesting what you're saying. Yeah.
There is, like I love the way like the chef can work here. Like, you know, I want to do 38 hours. I want this. I want 3 days off, which is good. But sometimes it's too much. This is not a job like. You're not working in a bank, you know what I mean? This is a restaurant. We work at night, we work public holidays, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's too much because in Italy it's too much in the other way.
Yes.
Here it's too much in the other way. You know what I mean? It has to be, you know. So what I was saying, like if you learn the basics in a country like in Europe, when you come here, you really enjoy this, you know, freedom.
Yes.
But you still have, you know, you still know what's the job, you know, how it works.
Yeah.
And then here, you know what I mean?
Well, it really all blew up here, didn't it, a few years ago, in terms of paying people the right amount of money and not expecting too much. But yeah, as you say, there's a fine line. And I spoke to a chef recently who talked about when you're learning something, if, say, you know, I was at university for years, learning French, and I wasn't paid to do that, but because I loved it, I put all those hours in. When you're learning to be a chef, you have to put but you know, as you say, it's a fine line between you know, paying people properly and
you know, got this dishwasher that I paid $30 per hour. You know what I mean? Like, with all respect, because I think dishwasher is one of the worst job in the world.
Yeah.
But with all respect, you're washing dishes. And here, if you don't give them that amount of money, because apparently it's the right amount of money to give, people they leave. Yes. If you cannot work without a dishwasher, you know what I mean? When I say to my dad, here my dishwasher get $30 per hour, he says, I wouldn't do it all my life if I knew it. You know what I mean? So
then that begs the question, because are you open 7 days here?
6 days,
6
Monday
days.
off.
Okay, Monday off, yeah. Because I feel like, you know, now you're an owner as well, and you've got to pay staff and all those kinds of things. There's a lot of restaurants closing. So how do you keep going?
How we keep going? We're lucky that we are like 4 business owners here, and we all work in the restaurant. And that's already, you know what I mean? Like, we say 4 people. I manage the kitchen, and my business partners are on the floor. And then we got a few people. I got a team in the kitchen. We are 5 in the kitchen. He's the manager. And we keep like low cost. We try to do like check on everything, really, even the food, like prices of food, vegetables are like crazy right now.
Yeah, that's right.
So you need to always be on top of it and always check, always. I did like a great menu for summer, like, and I did spend too much and it didn't go well. Like, I mean, it did go well, but it wasn't busy as we expect. But everyone was in the same position this year about all the shit happening with the interest rates and stuff. So we did lose some money that I wasn't expected to do it. So now I'm moving to like find a good product at the right price and try to work and try to take the best out of it. You know what I mean? That's what we have to do. Even in the floor, it's like this. Before we were like 2 or 3 people more on the floor. Now we do more hours. And we try to work with less stuff as possible. That's what we have to do.
It's a really tricky time, I think, you know.
It's like this. I hope it's gonna get better soon. I hope it's gonna get better soon because we took over this restaurant 2 years ago.
Yes.
And the first summer was great. Like we didn't expect all the people coming and you know the response of the people, and we were so happy. And then all these things happened, and you know slowly we became less busy. Like we're still working, we still like you know have people, and we happy. Like we pay the bill, we pay the staff, we make some money, but not the money that we made like the first year. The first year we didn't expect at all. And then you know once you see that you can do it, and then because you know of different situation you cannot do it anymore, you feel like you know. You hope it's gonna get better. I got a lot of friends in the industry, and I talk with everybody, chefs or business owners, and we talk a lot, and everyone is in the same position. So the only thing that we're happy that is not us, you know what I mean? Not people that not coming to us.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. So we just
absolutely.
So we
right.
just need to be tight, and you know, stay in the moment, and hope that things get better.
So I was reading on your site that you cover the 20 regions of Italy.
Yeah.
Wow.
No,
what does that mean?
The 20 region. No, the thing is, my parents, like my mom, the family of my mom, it comes from the south.
Yeah.
Originally from Naples and Campania, and instead my dad family comes from Emilia Romagna, and I live in Tuscany. So I got like this a bit of you know center south of Italy in my pocket.
Yeah.
Because the family of my dad, it was like a really huge family, and I spent a lot of summer when I was young in Emilia Romagna, and all the parents of my dad where I was staying, they were like cookers, like all the nonnas and stuff, they were cooking. And Emilia Romagna, as you know, is like the motherhood of fresh pasta and you know lasagne, all these kind of things, tortellini, handmade pasta. And since I was young, I was in love, you know, seeing all these nonnas like making tortellini all day, every day. I was doing it with them, and yeah, I always have the passion for it. And my mom was like the best cooker in the world, and you know when she was cooking for me, like I could smell really when I remember when I came back from the soccer training. As soon as I opened the door downstairs, I could smell what she was cooking.
Yeah.
I was like running the stairs, running. You know what I mean? It's like something, you know, I was in love with it.
Yeah.
I love to eat, and I was in love the way they did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I always had this passion inside me. And that's why all the regions, because, you know, my mom cooked in a different way, my dad cooked in a totally different way. And, you know, really from the south to the center to the north in Italy, there is a totally different kind of kitchen. You know what I mean? Like different way to see the kitchen. You know what I mean? It's like the south is more like heavy food, fried food, like this, more fish. In the center is more like pasta, handmade sauces, like slow cooked sauces. And my region is like more like animals, like you know, wild animals. Mushrooms, truffles, all these kind of things. So I got a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Do you cook for your parents now?
No, I wish. My mom is died like 7 years ago, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And yeah, when I go back at home, I try to do something. But you know, I spend 1 month there. We always out with my dad. We always go everywhere.
Of course. Yeah.
And when I go home, I always try to go like everywhere and eat in more places that I can, because I love the way the Italian kitchen is. Even if I don't want to work there anymore, I like explore region and go in this beautiful place where you eat like incredible food there.
Do things change in Italy? You know, there's lots of trends here, or do things change in Italy? Do they stay the same?
Nah, I think it's the same.
Yeah,
stay the same.
Yeah.
I can see like the restaurants. Actually, what I can say, the difference from Australia and Italy, here the kitchen is a bit going up. Like there is more space to fantasy, to create. You know what I mean? In Italy, we got these tradition things, and people they don't want to change it.
Yeah.
People get crazy if you change it. And I saw a lot of restaurants that I used to love it. Then I used to go when I was there, and I'm going there back when I'm going there on holiday. They still have the same menu with the same plates, with the same dishes. They will never change. You know what I mean? So I think they'll be stuck. Here you can do more different things. Like you can really play with things because people, they love like different things. In Italy, they're more like strict. That's what I love from over here. But in Italy, what I think the most different between here and there is the mother product, like the vegetables, the fish, the meat. No, the meat is the only thing that here I find really good. But for the veggies, there are no you can't compare. Really, really. When I was a dog, we opened a restaurant. Unfortunately, we had to close for COVID. It was called Bio by Dog. It was open for just 1 year. And we did all just vegan and gluten free. So I was working just with vegetables, and it was so hard.
Wow. Okay.
Because here vegetables they have no taste. They don't taste. They tasteless. They no, and it's super hard to make a good dish out of just veggie.
Is that because we're growing vegetables that aren't native to here?
It's different. It's different soil, different everything. It's like the fish. Here the fish is come from an ocean. The water is cold. Even the taste of the same fish that you can find in the ocean here and that you find in the Mediterranean is totally different. Totally. Here you find a crayfish big like this, and you look at the market and you say, wow, or wow, I want to try and taste it. And you taste it and it tasteless. Like the taste. No.
What do you do about that? What do you do so that
you need to play with the sauces.
Yeah.
You need to play with a lot of sauces. In Italy, that's what I was saying. Kitchen is more simple because the main product is beautiful. It's super flavor. So you don't need to add a lot of things, because the product itself is already tastes like amazing. Here you need to play more, which is even good because you can even make some things you never know. You never think about how to make it, you know what I mean? So here you have to play. You have to play a little bit of cheese, with nuts, with sauces, spices.
Okay.
And it's good. It's good.
So then is your food traditional or traditional?
My food is traditional, but with a bit of, fancy touch. That's what I would say. Because I like tradition. When I was in Florence, I started working in this kitchen. My first 4 years I did in this. It was a big company. Now it's not there anymore. It was a big company. We had the restaurant where I was working with the deli. We were selling all these prestige products from all over Italy, and we were doing fresh pasta. We were selling everything, and we were doing restaurant as well. And then we had the catering, so we were doing wedding and stuff like that. And then we had another restaurant which was the good one in the city center. So I started working there, and I was loving it because it was really traditional. All the traditional place from all over Italy. We were doing and selling buffet. We were doing buffet, bar, prestige buffet, prestige buffet. So we were doing all the recipe from all over Italy, and I was loving it because it was simple but it was good. And then from there I moved. After 3 or 4 years, I moved in the restaurant in the center where we were doing a little bit more, fine dining restaurant, which I liked it, but not that much. You know what I mean? I don't want to be on a plate for too much. I love to make a good plate, but I don't want to work on the plate for hours.
With tweezers.
Or with tweezers. I hate it. Or maybe when you have to go out on the pass, you need to be in 3 people there. It's not for me. And I wasn't sure at the moment, so they asked me, we got a 3 Michelin star in a restaurant in Florence. It's called Enoteca Pinchiori. And I had a friend working there. They said they're looking for chef de partie there. And I was already 4 years working there, so I said, let's give it a try, you know what I mean? And I went there, and it was really, really fine dining. And
wow.
I did 6 months there, and it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. Like, you have to, like, I was doing the same job for like 8 to 9 hours, like really, like cutting the vegetables like this with no wastage, which you learn technique, amazing techniques. But it wasn't me, you know what I mean? So I stayed there, and I said, no, I need to go back. Even because people were telling me, you work there, you need to be proud, blah, blah. This is the best restaurant in Florence. But it wasn't me. It was not what I was loving to do. You know what I mean? I love, for example, when we do the restaurant, there is the prep and there is the service. I love the service. When there is the battle, you know what I mean? I need to have my session, which could be the grill session, could be the ladder, could be the pasta section, but handled by me. When the chef talks, asks for the docket, we all work, and we say, yes, chef, and we just push, you know what I mean? That's what I love it.
Yeah.
You know, and in a Michelin star restaurant, it's not like that. You are like 4 or 5 in the same section. You maybe just, you know, one day you just do, I don't know, you just the salmon. So you just do crispy salmon all over. The day after, maybe you do, I don't know, scotch fillet, and you do all over scotch fillet, that's it. And maybe the sauce for the scotch. Yeah. It's not for me. I need to work with like 10, 5, 15 pence on me, you know, I need to put bump.
Yeah.
So that's me. I know every chef is different. Lots of people here, they love to work in like fine dining restaurant. It's not for me. And now you will tell when you try my food. My food is simple. Yeah. I like to work with simple food and try to make like looking good, but not spend too much on it. You know what I mean?
So tell me about the menu here.
The menu here. Okay, this restaurant was already open when we came here, and it was already doing like this fresh pasta, which is the main things in the restaurant. So we do pasta. We got the pasta section, so we do pasta freshly every day. We got one guy making pasta every day, and so I came here because Luca, my business partner, was already working here, and I was still a dog. And he says, "Look, there is this opportunity. We can take the restaurant here." And I say, "But we want to change the menu." I say, "No, we keep doing what they were doing." And it was me, you know what I mean? Fresh pasta, and this is what I love. So yeah, here we do mostly fresh pasta and few entrees, and we got a couple of mains that we change. Like we got one main, one scotch fillet in the menu, and a fish of the day that we change like weekly, and we got a special meat that we change weekly as well. But mostly it's fresh pasta. I like to play with the pastas. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the section of the kitchen that I love the most.
So is it different shapes,
different shapes? Filled pasta, long pasta, short pasta.
Yeah, right.
We all make in the house.
Yeah.
And pasta is the section that I love the most. I was working everywhere on the grill, on the larder. Grill is boring after a little bit. You know what I mean? You stay there all night, and you know what I mean. Like it's a piece of meat, but you can do more than that. Pasta you can create. You can do sauces. You can put something, put your love in it, you know what I mean? You can fill the pasta with whatever you want and do the sauce with whatever you want. A piece of meat is a piece of meat. Yeah. Once you grill it, it's done. Yeah, you can do a sauce on top of it, but it's a piece of meat. So that's what I love to make pasta.
Yeah. Do you keep notebooks of recipes and things, ideas? And where do you...
I have ideas myself,
okay.
So I keep my ideas. But we have the recipe books, of course. But the ideas, I have it at home, and you know, the ideas that I get it from when I go out for restaurants, when I do travel, and also a lot with Instagram, because Instagram nowadays really you find like a recipe everywhere. I follow the chefs that I love, and when I see them doing things, you know, I see something that I like it, and I want to do my own. You know what I mean? So you steal a little bit of everywhere. You see something that you like, and you eat something that you love it. and you want to do your own. You know what I mean? But I would say that kitchen is like chef, and chef is not a solo. Kitchen, I think what I learned, the chef alone, he can manage the kitchen. He's the team. I always say I always want to have a good team. I put all my energy to have a good team, because the team is everything. When I have a recipe, I don't come in the kitchen and explain the recipe. When I have a recipe, I come in the kitchen and say, I want to do this. What do you think about it? I want to see everybody say these things. You know what I mean? Like, because really, even the last one in the kitchen, even the last one, can, you know, have an idea and say his idea, and maybe from his idea you can create something, or you can really use it in your dish that you want to put it. So what I really believe is the kitchen, the chef, he can never be alone. There is never a good chef without a good kitchen team. I had my sous chef here, which is a part of me. You know what I mean? I never do a dish without him. I come with a dish, or I'm happy he comes with a dish, and we work through together. But even with the rest of the kitchen, I like to work with everybody, because you learn from everyone here. Even with as I was saying from the last one, maybe I love to work with people from different countries as well, because you know they have different things that you don't know. Like in my kitchen, I have an Australian, a Korean, I have a Filipino, I have a Nepalese, and an Italian with my sous chef. So we put a little bit of everything together. You know, I love my Korean chef. Like, ask me, can I do this special? I will say yes. Like, even if it's not proper Italian, I don't care. I love it. You know what I mean? I love to say to see what the other people doing, and you can steal from it. You can learn from it, and then you can put in your baggage. You know, that's what I think about a good chef can be. Is always a kitchen team. Kitchen team is everything. And the kitchen team loves you. The kitchen team can express yourself. The kitchen team perform. And as a business owner, if the kitchen team perform, I can have my Sunday off and talking to you today. You know what I mean? And not be there. You know what I mean? And not be stressed. Oh, how it's going? I'm 100% sure that they're working good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So then, just to finish off, because you've had lots of experience and you've worked your way up, and now you're a chef owner, what would your advice be to a young person starting out as a chef?
You need to be patient. Passion is the must, as we were saying before. My chef, I remember when I started working in the kitchen, my first chef said to me, I tell you this now, if you ever look at the clock in the kitchen, this is not a job for you. When you started working in the kitchen, if after 2 hours you look at the clock, change the job. Do it right now. Do it before it's too late. Because when you're there, you're there. And really, when I'm there, I don't look at the clock. Because for me, it's like, you know, I feel better here than somewhere else. You know what I mean? And that's what you have to feel. Because if you don't feel like that, it's not a job for you. It's hard. It's stressful. And for a young chef, when he has to learn, he needs to keep his eyes, his ears open. That's the main thing. Because when I started in the kitchen, they put me to like washing vegetables. And after 3 months, I was still there. And I said to the chef, you know, can I do a step out? How can I do something else? He said, you need to work. You need to wash the vegetables with your head turned around and watch us. That's how you learn. No one of us is going to teach you anything. When I tell you to move from this section to the other, you need to be ready. Right. But without a training, because you're already watching. And that's the way I learned. Really, when the day they told me, okay, from tomorrow you're in the largest section, I knew everything without even a training, because I was working like this. So you need to keep your eyes open, always hear everything, what they say, how they talk, how they use the knife, how they cut one thing, how they clean the potatoes. Look, open eyes, and be ready. Be ready, like it's good. I mean, you need passion is the must. If you have passion, you can go through. You will do good, you will do everything you want. And travel a lot. The more you can travel, try different things, try different food, try different type of kitchen. Even if it's not the one that you like, that you want to do it, keep on doing your kitchen, your type of food, but travel, try everything, try every kind of food. Because really, even in the worst the worst like restaurant you never want to go, you can find something that you can use your own. That's what I do. I'm always go like different restaurant. I never go to the Italian here in Melbourne. I don't go out in Italian, just for pizza. Pizza, yeah.
Okay.
Pizza's pizza. But if I have to eat out,
Yeah.
I never go to the Italians.
Okay.
Never. I always go Japanese, Thailand, Vietnamese, Indian. I try different things because Italians, you know what I mean? I have it in me.
Yes.
So yeah, of course, I keep learning all the time, but you know what I mean? I'm not going there to really find this flavor. Instead, if you go in like in a Thai restaurant, you find like, you know, vegetables that you don't know, sauces that you don't know, something different. Then you can really use it in your kitchen.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with a Chef with Tommaso Bartoli at Park Street Pasta and Wine. If you want to check out all the goodness for yourself, well, obviously you should just go there. It's so great. But you can also jump on their Instagram. That's at Park Street Pasta Wine. That's all one big mashed up word. Park Street Pasta Wine. As for me, I'm also on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. And if you'd like to read more chats, you can check out the website, www.conversationwithachef.com. I would love it if you told a friend about the chats, and you can subscribe, follow, do all those things on Apple and Spotify podcasts, and leave a review even. That would be nice. Once again, thanks so much for listening. Have a great day and bon appetit.